I owe you guys an update on my hair. It's been 10 months since I did my mini big chop, and as you can see, we've had amazing results. But unfortunately, I was too pregnant to care about my hair, so quite a bit of this hair has to go. But we will talk about what happened and why I'm here to cut my hair today. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jemima, and on this channel we share all things about hair and lifestyle. In this video, I am going to trim or cut my hair. I'm not sure yet. It just depends what the vibe is because I haven't trimmed my hair since I did my mini big chop last year, April. So we're 2 months away from April, so that means it's been 10 months since I trimmed my hair. I went on a no trim journey, and I was also on a finger detangling journey, and the plan or the goal was to grow my hair back to waist length, but do it a lot quicker by eliminating over manipulation through using combs and tools, and also try to retain as much length as I can by really babying my ends and looking after them really well. Well, if you've been keeping up with me, then you know that I was also pregnant at that time. And yeah, I would say that I truly only managed to do what I planned to do for about 6 months, and the rest of the other 3 months I was just very pregnant and did not care about my hair. So I left my hair in braids for 3 months, and after that 3 months I tried the whole finger detangling before I washed my hair, but I just did not have the time because I had my baby then. I think I washed my hair 6 weeks after having my baby, and I had that hair in for about 3 months. So yes, so then because my hair had been in those braids for so long, it just meant that there was just too much shedding, and I would have really needed a lot of time to get into my hair to really detangle it properly, and I just didn't have time for that. So I had to bring my finger detangling journey to an abrupt end because I needed to get in there with a wide tooth comb and a tangle T-zone. So that's what I did, and then since then I've just been back to my usual routine, which is going in with my fingers first and then following up with a detangling tool. And I found that from just leaving my hair for 3 months, I got a lot of lint. Some were stuck at different lengths of my hair. I also did not apply any product, no water, nothing to to my hair. I washed my hair 3 months prior, put it in a ponytail, and I kid you not, it stayed in that ponytail for 3 months. I was just too pregnant to care. So yes, I think I had to pay for it somehow, and yeah. So that brings us to today, and I think because I left it in so long, I don't know how, but my ends just looked really chewed up. I've seen a few split ends. I've seen a lot of single strand knots, which doesn't make any sense because I didn't touch my hair for 3 months, so you'd think my ends would be intact. But I feel like maybe my hair didn't like the finger detangling. Maybe all that finger detangling and pulling my hair just meant that I was causing knots every time I was doing that. But anyway, that was just to bring you up to date as to why I am now trimming my hair when previously I had said I wasn't going to. Let's get into the video. Now, I blew out my hair a week ago and I just didn't have the time to actually do the trim. So now it's been a week later, I'm going to show you how I kept my hair. So I've made sure to keep this scarf on as much as I can because it's been raining and stuff. So my hair has shrunk, but it's held up really well. I don't know if I'm going to post this video before or after, but how I blew up my hair, I used the Olaplex number 5 and number 6, I think, and it says that it gives smooth hair for over 72 hours, and my hair has stayed smooth for the longest time. So yeah, also if you've been following me, you'd know that every time I trim my hair, I use a particular video from, I can't remember her name, but I'll put it here, and I'll also put a link of the video in the description box for you to go and watch and use. I love using that video because it gives me the shape that I want, because I think my hair has a natural V shape. So yes, let's get into the video. So this is my hair. Look at that shine. I haven't applied any products since I last blew it out and applied products, and it's still got some shine. Look, postpartum shedding. And when I tell you my hair feels smooth, like it almost feels like how relaxed hair feels like. It's actually crazy. So this is the hair. So I put it in 4 braids, and I'm just going to take it out. So I blew my hair out on the 30th of January, and this day that I'm taking out the braids, it's the 12th of February. So it's been almost 2 weeks. Do you hear me? 2 weeks. And just look at the shine on that hair. I think I moisturized it just once. It has very little frizz. Honestly, I'm just blown away by the results that I got from this new blowout routine that I have, and I cannot wait to share with you guys in the next video. So now let's get into the trim, and just like I said before, I use a video by the amazing Deeper Than Hair. I will link the video in the description box. So in that video, she starts at the crown, and that's basically the marker that she uses to cut the rest of her hair. So I've sectioned my crown off, and I'm sectioning the left half of my hair, and then I'll do the right half of my hair. So in this video, you will see that I brushed my hair a lot, and that was me just trying to get all my hair even, because our hair has the habit of like shrinking, but in an uneven manner sometimes. And because I want my trim to be very accurate, that's why I kept combing my hair, just to make sure that I was getting all the hairs at the same time. So warning, if you cringe whilst watching people with 4C natural hair comb their hair a lot, brace yourself, because you're going to see a lot of that in this video. So now to the crown. I just can't believe how much my hair grew over the last 10 months. And guys, can you imagine, this is actually after my postpartum shedding. I wish the first time that I washed my hair, which was 6 weeks postpartum, I wish I had actually filmed it, because my hair fell out at the 3 to 4 months mark. That's when my postpartum shedding actually sets in, and I wish I had taken a video then, because when I was pregnant, after detangling my hair, I would literally lose a tiny ball of hair, if any at all. I don't know if it's because I was finger detangling, but even when I used the comb or the brush, the shedding was minimal. So I know that my hair was thick, but unfortunately I lost all of it, and
I did not record it. So yeah, here we are. But even still, after my postpartum shedding, my hair is still pretty full, because you guys have seen it in my previous videos where most of it fell out. It was pretty thin. So yeah, it's not doing bad at all. I mean, this is my third postpartum journey, so the girl has been through it. So I cut the hair of the crown, and then I'm using that as a guide to cut this right side of my hair. As you can see, I'm being very careful. I've cut way below the line that I should have because I'm trying not to get scissor happy. But I do a lot of small corrections for this trim because I was very mindful of not overdoing it. So you will see me going back in to just see my ends, because even though I was trimming my hair, I could still see a lot of split ends. That's how bad my ends were. So I kept examining my hair every chance I got. I was also doing search and destroy because I was just trying not to cut too much hair, so I was trimming what needed to go and then getting the extras, but being very mindful. So this is what I mean. I was doing like search and destroy method as well. So if I saw something, I'll just nip it instead of cutting the whole thing. So I did that quite a bit as well. I mean, I've cut my hair so much over the last year. So yeah, I definitely have learned a lesson or two when it comes to trimming my own hair and being scissor happy. Definitely learned my lesson, because there's been a few trims that I did that I just got way too happy and just cut too much, way too much. But yeah, I didn't want to get caught slipping this time around. So here I am combing it out again just to see the shape. So smoothing, smoothing, smoothing. So here I am going to cut the lower back of my hair. So I've cut the top and I'm using the top as a guide to cut the hairs at the bottom. So it's slowly taking shape, and I'm still feeling my ends just to make sure that I'm getting all of it, but I wasn't getting all of them because sometime last year I cut the back of my hair a bit too short, so I think I missed most of them whilst cutting that particular area. So I'm going in and fixing that. So I'm taking my top down just to make sure that I'm seeing my hair properly. So as you can see, the line is not straight, so I'm gonna go in to fix that. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut a bit from the top here, and then it's just gonna fix that little shape problem that we were having. Yep, look at that, all fixed. Looks so much better now. That's it. So this was just a quick length check. I don't actually know how much of my hair I cut, but definitely 4 inches or more, which is such a shame because it was a good growth. I did retain quite a bit of length, but the quality of the hair was just not giving. And if you know me, you know that I do not hold on to dead ends, so it had to go. So I'm doing the same thing on the left that I did on the right. I'm using the top part of my hair as a marker to cut the bottom length of my hair. So here it seems like the left part of my hair is longer than the right side of my hair. So that's what I am trying to figure out here. And I think I noticed that it was a bit too long, so I cut a bit more. It's still way too long. So I went ahead and cut a little bit more at the top. So that fixed it a little bit. But yeah, still cutting, but whilst being very mindful not to overdo it. It was still looking a little bit too long compared to the right hand side. But yes, I'm combing it out to just see if the shape mimics the shape from the right. But yeah, as you can see, the bottom part is still too long. So here I'm measuring both hairs to make sure that they're the same length, and I think they are mostly the same length. But I am still going in to fix it, because even although they were slightly the same, I think the left was still a little bit too long, so I'm just going in to fix that. And I think that should fix our problem. Yeah, that looks so much better now. So much more better. Yes, they're definitely the same length now. Yep. Fixed it. So now that it's all done, this is the back. So we're back to bra strap length at the back. Love that. And this is it from the side. I love layers in my hair. Like, I don't understand why anyone would want their hair to just be like the same length. I just love a good layered fro. But anyway, here I went back in to really layer my hair and also get the rest of the split ends that I may have missed. So that's why I've just sped this up, because we don't need to see all that again. But yeah, just know that I went back in there and trimmed a little bit more and gave myself a little bit more shape. I framed the face, and yeah, I just love it. I went in and also cut a lot more of my crown area and my bangs, because that's where a lot of my postpartum shedding is. So I'm basically just making sure that those hairs are not left behind, especially because they're quite short, so it's quite easy to leave them out. So that's why I went back in those little sections to trim that area. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed my time growing back my hair. It gave me a lot of joy to actually document the process. Although I was pregnant and I didn't want to do it a lot of the time, it actually gave me a reason to do my hair. I am so glad that I embraced this setback, and I took it as a challenge to grow my hair back and to experiment with my hair. I know I took you guys along, but I didn't manage to show you everything that I was doing. I will try and do that in the next couple of videos. I'm gonna do it backwards. I'm gonna show you my wash routine whilst I was growing out my hair, and also how I blew out my hair after my mini chop last year, April. So yeah, thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. Here I'm just showing you side by side of what my hair was like and what it is now. And yes, I love that for me. Let me know what results you got for your hair growth journey, and let's chit chat in the comment section until my next video. Bye.